Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Foreign Minister of Russia, Sergei Lavrov, made some comments, and everybody is like, oh my God, see? I told you so. No, you didn't. He made his claims before, and it only makes sense. And this is a reaction of an action. So, actions have consequences, and it's a consequence of a certain kind of action. And Russians, as I said, are consistent in good times and bad times, or in good deeds and in bad deeds either, as well. So, let's see what's going on here. All right, let's see. This article comes from Reuters, and it is from today, July 20th, 2022. This is the title. Lavrov says Russia's aims in Ukraine now go beyond Donbass. So we told you they're going to invade Europe, after all. So London, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said on Wednesday that Moscow's military quote-unquote tasks in Ukraine now went beyond the eastern Donbass region, in the clearest acknowledgement yet that its war goals have expanded in the past 5 months. Well, if you look at it like this and you ignore everything else and you don't know anything, yeah, see, told you so. Now, in an interview with state news agency RIA Novosti, Lavrov said geographical realities had changed since Russian and Ukrainian negotiators held peace talks in Turkey in late March that failed to produce any breakthrough. At the time, he said the focus was on Donetsk and Luhansk People's Republics, DPR and LPR, self-styled breakaway entities in eastern Ukraine from which Russia has said it aims to drive out Ukrainian government forces. And I'm quoting Mr. Lavrov, now the geography is different. It's far from being just the DPR and LPR. It's also Kherson and Zaporozhye regions and a number of other territories. Hey, Poland? And they don't want to take nobody wants the Poles about that. He said, referring to territories well beyond the Donbass that Russian forces have wholly or partly seized. And I'm quoting again, this process is continuing logically and persistently, he said, adding that Russia might need to push even deeper. If the West, out of, and I'm quoting, impotent rage or desire to aggravate the situation further, kept pumping Ukraine with long-range weapons, such as the US-made high-mobility artillery rocket systems, HIMARS, that means the geographical tasks will expand still further from the current line, Lavrov said. Russia could not allow President of Ukraine Zelensky or whoever replaces him to threaten its territory or that of the DPR or LPR with a long-range systems, he said, referring casually and without any evidence to the possibility that the Ukrainian leader might not remain in power. He just makes a scenario, even if this guy stays over there, even if it's not there. So he's want to say, regardless who's over there, we could not allow that person to make the decision of hitting or not hitting these territories. Basically, this is what it is. Let's see, Reuters. We have an author here, Mark Trevelyan. All right, Mark Trevelyan. I know where you stand with your comment here. Anyway, so, and it's true. He didn't. You don't know who's going to be next. And it says here that Russia could not allow Russian president of Ukraine, or whomever replaces him. One day that guy's going to die, he's going to be replaced, democracy at work, right? So what is this guy talking? Referring casually and without any evidence to the possibility, it's a possibility that the Ukrainian leader might not remain in power. He will not remain in power. I guarantee you he will not remain in power. He's going to die one day. So see, he's going to die by, I don't know when, he's going to be 90, but then he's not going to remain in power. He's going to be out. The foreign minister is the most senior figure to speak openly of Russia's war goals in territorial terms, nearly 5 months after President Vladimir Putin launched his invasion with a denial that Russia intended to occupy its neighbor. Well, if you attack our people over there, we told you, we're gonna hit you in your teeth. That's exactly what happens. Kill our Russian population in East Ukraine, we're gonna intervene. Hey, stop. Hey, stop. Hey, stop. No, don't stop. Boom. What do you want? What do you want? Remember Texas? Remember Texas in the United States and then the Mexican War? American-Mexican War? Well, kind of like the same thing. You know, stop, 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 stop. And Texas said, you know, we had enough. And what they do? An uprising, right? And then became independent, right? They broke away from a region that belonged to another country, Mexico. So zip it. All right, you don't believe that? 3 clicks away. It takes a little bit of effort if you want to know the basics, and a little bit more effort if you want to know the details. So Putin said that his aim was to demilitarize and denazify Ukraine, a statement dismissed by Kiev and the West as a pretext for an imperial-style war of expansion. And you see, every time this guy, Lavrov, makes a statement, this author of this article, he defends it with the other side immediately. So it's like, let's say I say, oh, you know what, I love macaroni, and you immediately say, well, macaroni are Italian and Emil is Romanian. Emil hates Italians, so he can't possibly like macaroni. Just take my statement, you know, and if you really want to make it a balance, because I said other things too. So the same here. You just want to, you know, it's like just the other side. So I'm trying to counterbalance it here, let's say it. Putin said that the aim was to demilitarize and denazify Ukraine. Yes, a statement dismissed by Kiev and the West as a pretext for an imperial-style war of expansion. Yeah, like you want to get enemies in your country, or people that allegedly you want to exterminate or something. After being beaten back in an initial attempt to take the Ukraine capital of Kiev, again, this guy parrots the same thing. Russia's defense ministry said on March 25 that the first phase of its special operation was complete and it would now focus on achieving the main goal, the liberation of Donbas. Nearly 4 months later, it has taken Luhansk, one of the 2 regions that make up the Donbas, but remains far from capturing all of the other Donetsk. In the past few weeks, it has ramped up missile strikes on cities across Ukraine. So, they said before, and this is the reasoning. If this is Ukraine, and we get this, we get to the half. Let's say here, I'm saying half, so it's easy, but it's not the half. Here, we take this part right here, and you have weapons that would be able to hit across this line, where the new border would be, and you can hit me here with your rockets. Then we're gonna push this line further and make a buffer zone between, let's say, our people and you guys, that your rockets could not reach. But if you get rockets with that could hit, I don't know, 500 miles, what are you going to do about it? You're going to go all the way to where? To Poland? No Poland. No Poland. No, Poland should be left alone over there, and Lithuania too. So nevertheless, this is what this guy meant. You provide that artillery that can hit far away, we're going to push the front and we're going to protect our land, territory, whatever, how you want to call it. That's basically what this guy, and this was, he said it before. I watched it on a YouTube video and an interview, so it's available. It's not the first time when, oh my God, look, see, first time when he says it, it's not the first time. And it's I think it's very logical. Keep providing. It's like, let's say Kiev has atomic bombs. What are you going to do? Take care of Kiev, right? You're not going to leave the Kiev having atomic bombs. You have to do something. Put a puppet government or something. Can't take a chance Ukraine or Poland or Lithuania to have an atomic bomb where they are so, Anyway, that means happy. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.